for me, I want my man to be sleeping with me every night. I don't want my man sharing other women. No.
Welcome back to EFOX, number one stop to entertainment and trending news. Now, it seems like some fans of Kenyan international travel Marwa are concerned that his love with Rocio, his Argentina girlfriend, might not withstand their cultural differences. Some are saying if he is not careful, she will be long gone, never to come back. There are also those who are supporting Marwa that she needs to adapt to some of the African culture that is being suggested to her. Now, there are some things that were raised during a conversation that she was having with Marwa's mom. For instance, showing affection in public is very important to her. And some fans have noticed that she has brought this up several times and they are still not seeing a change. And hence why she's bringing it up again. Marwa does not hold her hands in public. And his mother was right there to support him, stating that you don't need to hold hands in public. You are not a child, but in the privacy of your bedroom, you can hold hands. And Rocio was like, in the bedroom, that is also a different kind of intimacy, not just holding hands. Something else is the pressure of giving Marwa an offspring. They need to settle down pretty quick. And according to her, she also has her dreams, her ambitions, things that she wants to do. She also has that particular age that she wants to get a child, but not now. But what happens if they have children and she bears only daughters? Well, it seems like Marwa will be bringing in a new woman to sire him sons, because that is also very important. A son is important to the family. That is something that his mother brought up as well, something that did not sit well with Rocio. She is not for polygamy. She believes one man, one wife, and something else that they brought up was circumcision, something that she does not agree with. And I want us to see just a little bit of that conversation before we get to netizens. There are those who came out to Marwa's defense saying that she needs to adapt, but also some are saying you need to compromise. You both adapt each other's culture. In most African settings, most of the time the woman of the house wakes up, does the cleaning, prepares breakfast, and netizens were quick to notice that after Marwa's 1 month party ended, there was a little bit of mess here and there, and it seemed like his girlfriend Rocio was a little bit overwhelmed. Where should she begin? There are dishes that needs to be washed, there is a dirty kitchen that needs to be cleaned. From the look of things, she might do a few things here and there. She has prepared some meals, but it doesn't seem she's cut for that hardcore wife material where she has to clean the dishes and clean the clothes and take care of the family. The house is pretty big as well. She might need a domestic manager, or some we say a house help. She might need a washing machine, something that Marwa has planned for his villa, a dishwasher. Those are some of the things that he has spoken before he wants to put in his house that will make life simpler. But till he has those things, it seems like they will need someone permanent in that home to help Rocio if she decides to stay. Anyway, let's get to see this conversation that has gotten some netizens worked up and also not seeing a long-term outcome, to be specific, when it comes to their love.
Rocio. Where shall we start from, Rocio? Hey, good morning. Rocio.
Morning.
Good morning. I think this lady is here. She will help. She will help clean. Wengine wako wapi? Oh, Eliza is here. We still have. And we need zile dagaa ziweko kwa jua zisiharibike. Now we are back to our kitchen, ma. Now you will you take care of the kitchen, ma? Or it's too much? It will settle down, you know. This after today, you can open the window so the air can come in. Why are you overthinking like this?
Because I don't want to say it. I give my opinion to myself.
Yeah.
In the clip, you can tell that she is pretty much overwhelmed. She actually doesn't want to say anything about it, and she prefers to just keep her opinion to herself. And you can get to hear her say that. Marwa also says that it's time for her to take over. Everyone is gone. He still reassures her that there are some girls to help. But at the end of the day, she is taking the lead as the person who is in charge. So it seems to be very overwhelming, and that's why it feels like she really needs to have someone who is helping with the cleaning and the cooking, perhaps. Because right now, the main people who are helping and cooking and cleaning are all gone. And right now, she's just left with what did I get myself into? It's very different when she flew in. Still, there were people around to help. But right now, the reality is starting to sink in. The truth is, it is not just overwhelming for her as a foreigner. There are also Kenyan women who find it very difficult to handle all this. Anyway, let's get to hear the conversation when it comes to polygamy, affection, something that she wants that she's not getting, and also she does not agree with circumcision. She even questioned what is the point of it, and there was this explanation that it makes one be a man. The pain that a man is going through when they're going through that circumcision, they come out of it different. They come out being a man. And that is something that she does not understand how that happening. Shedding of blood and feeling pain doesn't make you a man. Anyway, it is different cultures. I want us to listen a little bit to that conversation before we get to netizens.
But it's for reflection. A couple that is in love, you hold hands, you touch each other, you take care. It's nurturing. That's how you nurture the love. Yes. If you don't touch each other, it doesn't look like you are a couple.
But
and they don't look like a couple. They don't look like they are in love. You think they love each other? They don't look like they love each other. You know. Wow. That's why it's so important for us to show it, because if you don't touch each other in public, it's like you're hiding. Yeah. So why are you hiding? Because you don't want people to show that, you know? That's the way that we see it.
My mom is Swedish.
Yeah. You see that, like now, in fact, here in Africa, have you ever seen anybody even
Yeah.
top?
That's the question I was asking.
That's the question.
Are you seeing the
President.
have you ever seen them holding their wives?
No,
they don't.
No, and it's for me, I don't like it because it doesn't look like they don't love each other.
Or in this party, did you see any people apart from at night maybe?
Yeah.
At night people hold, but during the day like
No.
It means that people here are busy. They don't have time.
no, it's not like that. They hide.
They hide.
It looks like they hide. Why are they hiding? If they are like the official partners, you know? If
So
this
that
official,
one,
Tricky situation.
that one is tricky situation, but if you marry officially, and then you are engaged by marriage, then you hold your hands.
My mom comes.
that's a tricky situation. That's a tricky situation.
My mom comes to the condition. Mom, repeat one more time.
Yes, I'm saying if you wed with Marwa, then everybody accepts you and the whole entire community, then you will hold hands. Yes, for fun.
Okay. Me, I'm flowing, guys. The way it's coming.
I don't know. I need to.
Marwa needs to get married because age is pushing him.
But he's not gonna die tomorrow. He still have a long life to live.
You see,
Yeah.
here in Africa, you have to go with age.
Yeah.
When you delay getting children
Yeah.
and getting married,
Yeah.
you will regret it later. You wasted your time when you are young.
Yeah.
You want to bring up your children when you are walking with a stick.
Yeah.
That one cannot augur well. So you need.
And what happened here, for example, you need to be married first and then children, or children can come before?
Either way.
It's
You
But
can
people
actually, most of the
judge it.
time is to get married and have children.
Yes.
But sometimes people get children before getting married, then marry even later. So I've seen some couple that maybe because of
Come
money.
home before they sleep.
Not really. No.
What do you want first, children or marriage?
Either, but it's good.
For me, I prefer children
Children first.
because marriage is just a day or two. But children is just...
They are there
They are
so
there.
that to bring them up when you are still strong. When you wait up to that age, you will regret. Yes. So you see, it depends how old are you.
Yeah.
Like Marwa, you told me when you'll be 33, now you'll be getting married.
Mama, don't give her pressure.
Yes, I must give pressure because of years. Time is going.
Oh, Mama, no. It will happen the right
How
time.
about you?
I feel like God has His own timing for everything, and time is divine. When we say I also have my own age, for the moment where I want to have children, for the moment where I want to become a mom also.
Yes.
But also in my culture, for example, me, I have a lot of dreams that I want to reach before becoming a mom. Because for me, becoming a mom changed my entire life. It changed my body, it changed my responsibilities, and I also have a lot of things that I want to do before taking care of someone, the way that I want to take care of my children, and also the way that I want to raise my children, and many things. So that's also for me, my own timing is important. Yeah.
Do you allow polygamy in your culture?
No.
Polygamy.
No.
Do you allow it?
No.
Why?
No, it's not allowed. But polygamy here is not, it's just the man allowing to have more than wife. It's not the woman being able to have more than one man. It's just the men. It's just a benefit for the men here.
It's men who determines children. To get children, the man has to determine that. That's why if this cannot get children with this wife, gets another woman, then gets children. Marriage is for continuity.
Continuity. To have offsprings.
Yes. That's why we go for marriage, not for leisure.
Me, I want my man to be sleeping with me every night. I don't want my man sharing other women. No. That is actually one of my only
tough condition.
My conditions. If he wants to be with me, I want to be the only one.
You want only one, not sharing.
No.
And with us here, when you don't get boys, you'll have to marry another wife again.
That's another thing, actually.
You need to bring a man. Okay.
Because now the ladies will get married and leave you alone. So what will you do?
Like a boy child is very important in an African setup because they inherit stuff from their
My
dad.
daughters will get married and leave the home. So, but when the sons are there, people will still come to the home.
And it was a very long conversation. You can check it out on Marwa's channel. But they also spoke about circumcision, something that she was not agreeing with. But from that look on that discussion, we can tell that there's things that she cannot compromise on. Something like polygamy. And it has also been brought up that if you don't sire sons, then someone needs to get another wife so that they can have a son in that home, because girls get married and there will be no people to continue the lineage. We must agree that when you are walking into a marriage, you don't know if God will actually bless you with children, if the man is able to sire children in the first place, or the woman is not able to sire children. You don't know. But in this situation, when you are in a marriage, specifically as we listen to Marwa's mom speak, is that he is allowed to get another wife because children are important to them. So you might be married, but you might sire only daughters, have daughters in this family, then he still needs to get another wife to give him a son. So you can see how tricky that might be for Osio, who first of all doesn't even believe in polygamy. So imagine if she's to have girls and then still another woman has to come because they need a boy in that family. So these are some of the things that people are raising up. Will this relationship go for the long run? A lot of compromise needs to be done. We must also not forget it's not the woman who decides the gender of the child. It's actually the man. So what if someone marries 5 women and all are girls? cultural beliefs are a very difficult conversation to have because everyone has their own beliefs. I honestly believe that a girl child is equally important as the boy child. Just because a girl is expected to be married doesn't mean that they are not able to take care of their father's properties. Getting married doesn't mean that your daughter has no value or the offsprings that she will have. It's still your lineage. So it's a very tricky situation to have this conversation as two different people with very strong beliefs and opinions and things that you cannot compromise on. So let us dive in and see what netizens are saying. So someone says, yeah, it's all about respecting each other's culture. That's what happens when you choose to date outside your race. The cultures are different, so they both have to respect it, or else there's going to be problems. But I think it's not even about race, it's all about culture. We have seen people in the Western world who believe in polygamy, but also there are Africans here who don't believe in polygamy, who don't believe in getting sons to continue your lineage. There are those who don't mind at all having just girls. So I think it's all about the culture and what people believe in, and more less when it comes to race. But of course, where people have, the environment determines who you will be and what your beliefs are in, and that we are getting to experience in this conversation that they were having. So a comment reads here, Ro for Rocio, make it be clear that you are not interested in polygamy because Marwa has a different opinion. You cannot change someone once you are married. I think we can agree with this last bit. You cannot change someone once you're married, because some of the terms were once you get married, then he can officially start holding your hands in public. It's a very tricky situation. You can agree to get married and have children, end up having girls, then you are stuck there with his children because another woman is coming to give him a son, as they strongly believe. And some people are saying, run, believe what you are getting to hear right now. There will be no change once a ring is put on it. And also, Marwa is not really into the marriage bit, as we got to hear him in that conversation. He's more into having children. Marriage is not that important. And even his mom says marriage is not for leisure, it is for the continuity of the lineage. So children is the most important thing here, not even about the marriage. So I think Rocio has a very big decision to make. Will her love be so strong to withstand all these cultural differences? But she has already made up her mind on a few things, that polygamy is a no for her. So someone says here, Marwa needs to be careful about the possibility of getting married in a multicultural relationship. Rocio is a good lady, but the cultural challenges would be overwhelming to overcome. Now, this is someone who was supporting Marwa, because it's also important that you get to see other sides when it comes to the opinions. It is important to respect the culture you live in. I really hope she's joking and not serious. Marwa needs a traditional woman who is not thinking of conquering the world, but more focused on becoming a mom and a housewife. And you can see that comment, because Rocio puts out that she still has dreams, ambitions, things she needs to achieve before she settles down to take care of someone, and that is a child. So you can see that some of the followers of Marwa are stating, now that you are living here in Nyabohanse, you need to adapt with the culture that is here, respect the culture that is here, and that is be a traditional woman, which I think we can agree will be very difficult for Rocio. Someone else says here, Rocio is absolutely very right bringing that up. Holding hands in public is very important. Marwa is too much hardcore African. He's well traveled but did not learn or assimilate things from other cultures, and he's very wrong. It is highly important to show affection to your foreign girlfriend and holding her hand in public. This is the second time she tells him about this. She did mention this in a previous video, but he's still not considering it. Showing public display of affection in Western culture is a must and a hugely important. She warned him again today. She gave him a wake-up call. He shouldn't be surprised if she leaves him one day. She has gone miles adapting to the African Kenyan culture. It is high time that he also did the same. Even when he dances with Rocio, he doesn't even touch her. She needs his affection, but he shies away from it. He's scared of what people will say. Too old-fashioned, too hardcore African. He has been warned. She will leave him, and it's going to be his own fault. My wife is Ukrainian, and I always hold her hand in public to show her affection. The love needs to be nurtured. I don't know why he involves his mom in this. I don't see Rocio wasting her time with Marwa. Also, this polygamous culture is not right. If he wants to be polygamous, he should stop pursuing white Caucasian women and stick to African women. He's wasting Rocio's time. I was glad to hear her say she can find another man. She gave him a huge wake-up call, but he is still taking it lightly. I don't understand why he shakes Rocio's hand at the beginning of the video instead of tenderly hugging her. He shakes hands with her as if she wasn't his girlfriend. And you can see some people are also sharing their experiences having foreign girlfriends holding their hands, and the fact that Rocio said she can find another man, that should be a wake-up call to Marwa, because she said that in the presence of his mother. And someone says here the relationship is a wrap. They both have different expectations in a major way. Marwa needs to find someone with his same way of life. I respect Ro for her values, but she needs to find someone else to date. So there are people who see this is not going to work at all, and I think this is maybe the second or third comment that we're getting to see people say Marwa needs to get a lady from his culture. Someone actually says, I'm a proud, beautiful and sophisticated African woman and I say no to polygamy. And this is what I was mentioning, that not every African or Kenyan lady is up to this. It depends with where one grew up, the family setting, what their beliefs were or how they were raised. Not everyone is up to this. And someone says here, I won't be surprised if Rocio runs away from this pressure. But Marwa, why don't you marry your village girls to maintain your culture if that's what you want? Why pursue these innocent foreign girls and put them under pressure? And someone says, I'm a Kenyan and I agree with Rocio. We need to grow away from traditional things. We are in a different generation. I'm not bothered if my son holds his girlfriend in my presence. Rocio, stand your guard. Everything has its timing. And you can see even Kenyan women coming to Rocio's defense, and many also suggesting that Marwa finds a girl from his village, someone who agrees with his principles, agrees with his culture, their way of doing things. But it is also important to note that many have noted that Marwa does not date African ladies. They have not seen him with an African girlfriend, and there's no problem whatsoever to have a preference. But the people that he is looking for or dating, but the problem is the women that he's dating are most importantly very westernized. They have a different kind of mindset. They do not believe in some of the things that he is stating here. Polygamy, if you get girls, another woman comes in to bear him a son. Some of these things are not things that they are able to take or tolerate. It will be very difficult. So it's either he will have to adapt to some of the Western culture, and if all these things that he is mentioning are very important to him, then he will have to get an African wife, and not any African, an African who strongly believes in these practices that he is mentioning. I don't know what you think. Do you see this relationship going for the long run? Because it's so clear Rocio is not able to bend on certain things like polygamy, which is important to Marwa. A son is important, circumcision is important. Maybe he might compromise on holding hands and being affectionate. But some of these things he seems to be very deeply rooted and believing in. You're up to date. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will be the first to be notified once you have any new updates. I'll catch you on the next one, and please drop your comments on the comment section down below. It's a very interesting topic, and do you think this will go the long run?